Hey everybody, here's another episode with Devping. Today I'm going to tell you how to use Inverse Kinematics or IK in Unity to create dynamic interactions. For example, touching the walls, reaching to the objects, or even looking to other characters. And if you want to your characters stop feeling like zombies, this video can help you. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'm going to tell you all features that they are exist in Unity. So let's do this. Okay, first of all, you need to install animation rigging. So go to the Windows, and here in the package manager, just search for rig. And now you can find animation rigging. As you can see, I have already installed. So I'm gonna select my character, and here you can find a tab, animation rigging. Select the bone render setup. And here we have all bones in blue color. So then you can select again, and now you can just choose rig setup. And here you can see we have a new object that it's rig. And here I'm gonna add an object to set up wall interaction. So first of all, create object, call it, for example, I don't know, left hand. And here I need two bone IK contrast. There we go. And now I have root, mid, and tip. I'm gonna just select here the hand base of the left hand. So I'm gonna select again, I'm gonna move it to the tip. And here's the easy part. Just right click and select auto setup from tip transform. And there we go. It's easy. We have tip, mid, and the root of the hand. So let's test it. Here, as you can see on the sub of the D's, I have two new objects. I have target and I can move it. And there we go. That's the easy part. So I can just move to the part, and here, for example, here. And now I can just, here. I can just set up the direction. For example, I want to pose it like this, and maybe like this. So yeah, it could be work for me to be like this. There we go. But this position is always. So how can I make it dynamic? And it's the easy part. So you have to just set the weight here, and there we go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, to do that, I'm gonna add a box collider here. There we go. And actually, we can make it better. Let's say I can just add a box, a visualized mesh box here. There we go. Now it's easy to see. And now I can just move it. For example, I don't know. I can just move it here or even here. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. And now I have it. Perfect. But let's say I have to select this too. And now, yeah. Okay, so I need to set the rotation Z to 15. I'm gonna set it now, and there we go. Now it's okay. Okay, as you can see, now we have a box collider here, so I need a script to make it trigger. I can say left hand trigger. There we go. Okay, now let's attach it here. Okay, and now let's open it. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, what is it? Is it in the new update? Yeah, it is. Okay. Now I'm gonna use a trigger enter. And yeah, we have trigger enter and trigger exit. There we go. And here I'm gonna get this one. We have here we have two bone IK contrast. So I'm gonna say two bone IK here as a I key. Okay, Now we have it here. We have weight here. I'm gonna set 1, and here I'm gonna set 0. There we go. Okay, by default I'm gonna set it as a 0, and here for cube I have to add the left hand here, and yeah, we have to set the trigger true. Now let's test it. There we go. Yeah, cool. But of course it's not perfect, and it could be, for example, I can use just tween to make it better. So let's do it. First, I need a float. We can call it time, and it's 1. And then I need a curtain. There we go. Now I'm gonna comment this, and here we can say if the current was not equal to null, you have to stop it. And now we can see current should be start again by a function. So I can call it, I don't know, we can call it, let's say, it could be animator to change weight. There we go. And of course we need a target here. I can say the weight, yeah. And now I can just start it here. And of course we need to have the float here. There we go. And of course I have to set it again here to 0. There we go. Okay, that's the tricky part here. I can just make a start, weight to the IK way, of course. Now we have the start value, and of course I need elapsed time, so I set time elapsed to 0. Can make it float, of course. Okay, now we can say while. There we go. No, sorry, it was wrong. I can say the time, not this one. And now here we can say the time elapsed should be, yeah, this one is correct, and the IK weight should be lerp. Of course, the easy one is you can use tween, for example, package like do tween, but I'm gonna use the free version, the lerp. Okay, we have the lerp, and let's say we have start, weight, and the target, and of course we need time, so let's time lapsed, and here we have transition, duration, or I set the time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I have to return the null here, and perfect. I think we have here, and at the end, for sure, I have to set the IK weight to the target. Not this one, this one. Okay, sounds good. Let's test it. There we go. Okay, here is a task that you need to do to make it better, and I'm going to tell you what is the problem. As you can see, my hand is going to inside of the wall, and this is the problem. And all you have to do is about that you have to select your target, and then you have to push it back here. For example, I'm gonna do this. There we go. And a little to the top, not here, and here. Yeah, sounds good. So all you have to do, you have to put the target on the surface of the wall, and it's completely easy, and you can use any kind of AIs like ChatGPT to make it better and better. It's completely easy. Okay, let's go for next point. How can I look to this giant robot all the time when I'm near to it? To do that, I'm gonna create another object. I'm gonna call it head, and I can just search for other constraints. Here we have others. I'm gonna use multi-aim constraint. And here I have to add the source object and the constraint object. For source object, I'm gonna use the robot. So let's add it here. There we go. And for the object, I'm gonna use the head. So let's select it. It's a neck one, and here is a facial bone. Yeah, it could work. Okay, let's select this one. Yeah, the head. There we go. As you can see, I can walk it and I can watch it. There we go. And here is a problem. When I got there, I lost the control of the head. So to fix it, you have to just set the offset and the limit for it. For example, I'm gonna set -90 and the 90. And there we go. It's not going to be correct all the time, so you can just make it better and better. I'm gonna set it to here. Yeah, I'm gonna say 50 from here, and of course -50 from here. So yeah, this one could be work. There we go. Nice. And you can do it again by the weight in the script to make it near. For example, I'm gonna add another trigger here, but before that, let's make it correct again because we were on runtime. Yeah, maybe a little more. I can say 16. Yeah, good. And of course, you can just set the constraint axis 2 in the X, Y, Z separately. Okay. Here we have these big giants. I'm gonna add another object. Let's say area. And now I'm gonna add another one. Say, I don't know, robot area. Okay, now here. There we go. And now I can just add the head here and done. Okay, one thing more. I forgot to add, yeah, here we have to set it 0. I can just move freely. And another thing is about we didn't add any kind of area here, so I'm gonna use sphere, make it perfect again. Okay, this one could be work for me, but look, we forgot another thing, and it's about the trigger. So let's click it again, and there we go. Oops, as you can see, we have a problem here, and it's about layers. As you can see, we have a trigger, and the trigger is going to call by the another object. So we need to add the layers here. So let's say, actually we can use tag. So let's add some tags. I'm gonna use, let's say what we have here. I'm gonna use the character and the robot. And now, yes, we have to choose the wall. Okay, actually for now I don't need the robot, just wall and character. And for robot area, we can say if the other dot the game object and the tag was equal to character. Let's check the first character, the capital. Yeah, this is going to do this, and yeah, let's do it for this one too. And there we go. Now we have a character here, and I'm going to set the tag to character. Okay, now we have it. Let's go there. And here we have face, but look, we have a problem about the hand is going to detect it too. So let's say in the left hand trigger and here, okay, now if I go there, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because we have to set the tag here and now take it again. Yeah, there we go. And here we can have a look. There we go. Very well. Okay, to test it, I can just move the robot like this. There we go. Very good. And that's how you build realistic IK interaction in Unity. If this helped you, hit the like button and let me know in the comments what do you want to learn in the next. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss upcoming DevWings episode. Keep building, keep improving, and as always, stay DevWing.